March 27th, 2020. Moon is still in Taurus. It's past Uranus, coming up towards Venus. We are really, really honing in to how we feel about what we personally value. Here is your daily astrology from my light workers coming up right now. Welcome to Heart of Inspiration. This is Lisa, and I'm here for your daily astrology for light workers, light warriors, indigo, star seeds, and all of my awakened people. Here at this channel, we help you lead a spirit-led, whole and healed, peaceful and prosperous life. Let's get right into the astrology, shall we? So, as you can see from the chart, right? We have the moon in Taurus. So let's go on and get my little handy dandy pen. And I'm actually going to put this in red. And it's not because this is just such a harsh transit, right? A moon transit is temporary. Remember that it only lasts a couple of days. But in those couple of days, we really need to be examining our emotions. We need to be examining our thoughts. We need to be examining the energy that we're putting into emotion, right? Surrounding the aspects or the entities, the things that are within that sign. So what is Taurus all about? Oh, well, don't mind me and my little lack of potentially drawing energy or abilities, okay? I didn't say I was an artist. Okay. Taurus is all about what we personally value, our daily routines, our work, family, all of this, right? Everything that we really, really value. It's all about kind of like a little bit of luxury in there as well, but it's this definition of who we are and how we kind of identify ourselves. It's the next level of identity. Aries is the ultimate in self-identity, and then we go into Taurus. Well, now how do I begin to say, I'm an astrologer or a light worker, or I might be an engineer. I might be, full-time mom. I might be a teacher, what have you. We tend to identify ourselves by what we do for a living, right? How we earn our money. It just passed Uranus as of the 27th. It kind of moved past there. So if you noticed on the 26th, okay, that things were just like a little crazy. It was just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Lots of concern, lots of upheaval. We're in a revolutionary time period. It is the revolution of our evolution, okay? And government, finance, okay, but also spirituality. That's where I come into play. I'm talking to your higher self. You are awakened, ascending. You are just like, everything is opening up. This veil is so much thinner right now. And I'll tell you why. Because we've got all of this beautiful happenings up here, right? I've got Jupiter and Pluto. They're meeting up. They're about to really, really kiss. They are within less than a degree of each other conjunct in Capricorn. That gives us this amazing amount of personal, transformative, new achievement, new foundation for achievement energy. Capricorn is cardinal earth, cardinal foundation. This is an actual reset of everything ideologically, energetically, in our mind, our ego. Everything is changing and transforming. So if you've been feeling pulled and pulled and pulled in all sorts of directions, and you're like, I have no idea what's going on, this is why. And this lovely energy, as you see by these blue lines, it's trining all of the fixed earth, what we value energy in Taurus. So now, where we may have been kind of like fighting it, okay? We've been fighting the funk. We've been fighting it. Like, kind of wondering, like, am I really, like, really awakening? Or am I really this higher spiritual being? Or can I really achieve and do the things that I've been dreaming of all of my life? Can I really do that? You've been wondering, when is it going to be time? When can I? Right? Is it practical? Is it actual and factual? All the actual and factual is changing. Why? Because you've got this Uranus energy that's literally being revolutionary. It is rebellious. It is revolutionary. It is, you have to transform now. We are not waiting any longer. We have no time. I'm done. We're doing it now. And it's for your higher and your greater good. Pluto's a little easier on the whole transformation thing. It pushes you to it, but it's a little easier on it. It's kind of like, yeah, you can transform, but we're going to tap into some external energy as well to help us with our internal, right, transformation. And then you got Jupiter in there saying, we got to do this. Look, I'm not really super happy here in Capricorn because I find it rather confining. However, I can use this energy, this transformative energy, and look at what we can achieve when we transform. Now, Mars just left, right, the party, and it's going to have it's on its way to have a party here with Saturn that just has entered into Aquarius. Now, remember, this is Saturn's second home, right? Saturn used to be the ruler of Aquarius as well as the ruler of Capricorn. In Aquarius, come on, Pumpkin. In Aquarius, my co-host is trying to figure out what she wants to do. In Aquarius, instead of being so like rigid, it can now say, okay, here are the expansion, right? Because it's air. It's not confined by Earth. Now let's get the higher thought going. Now let's get the higher philosophies going. Now let's get the higher global collective, right, ideologies in place and restructure how we operate on an energetic spiritual level. And Mars is coming up to say, I've really been enjoying myself over here in Capricorn, but I'm really going to like push higher thought, new structure. If you've noticed, like it feels like structured religions, people, you might be like, that's not feeling so good anymore. No, because now we're going to an individual Uranus in Taurus, individual evolution, individual revolutionary evolution. We're taking the next step. And these two, how exciting. So right here, we have Capricorn. Now it might be squaring this energy over here. It might be squaring Aries, the Sun in Aries, Chiron and Lilith all having their little party. But guess what it does also do? Both parties are, major parties, are sextiling Neptune and Mercury in Pisces. Now, Mercury's been back in Aquarius. It's back fully direct, right? We don't have anybody in retrograde right now. Everybody's moving forward. So this is not a time to go think about what was in the past. Now we're all moving forward. Mercury having gone retrograde and now been back. It went into Aquarius, got its last little instructions. And now it's saying, okay, this is how this Neptunian, ethereal, dreamy, next level spirituality, very fluid energy, right? This is fluid spirituality. This is a mutable water sign. So it's saying, how can we change spiritually? And now you're going to have Mercury coming in, and that energy is going to give you the ability to understand it, right? That rules Gemini. It's going to give you the ability to change how you're reacting, interacting with everything in the spirit realm. It's going to give you a way to actually verbalize it. You're going to have a greater understanding of it on a third dimensional level, be able to integrate it into who you are. This is beautiful sextiling energy to be able to help you to integrate these transformations that are really happening kind of in your aura and also in your chakra system, but integrated into your third dimensional being. Now, the last kicker I want to talk about here is this sun that's just passing both Chiron and Lilith. The sun in Aries passing both Chiron and Lilith as it begins to move into position, as it gets ready for the full moon in a little while on April the 7th, right? The full moon in Libra, balance. This has illuminated to us all the areas where that personal, right? This is why it's been really difficult, because not only have we had everything changed, our daily routines, everything has been changed. Work, everything. Some of us have gone to work at home. Some of us may not be working at all. Here in the United States, we're on the precipice of a release of money so that, that can get stabilized a little bit, right? When all this was happening yesterday on the 26th, moon conjunct, Uranus, boom. The emotion and the feeling of compassion that needed to be changed as far as finances were concerned, right? Changed, right? It changed. But on a personal level, now that we're all kind of confined and having to deal with our own ish, like we can't be running around right now, right? Most of us with friends and concerned about where we're gonna go to the restaurant for dinner and what movie we're gonna see and all this. No, we're having to look inside. And so that sun energy, that solar energy, that beautiful, like, I need you to see this finally. And can we deal with it finally? And can we break out of the mold and break out of the constant hamster wheel loop that we've been in, that we've consistently and constantly been hurt by? And can we take accountability, have the ability to change the account, and responsibility, have the ability to change the response of all of the past hurts and issues? Now let's look at it from a higher perspective, an awakened perspective, and realize we don't need to fall into that same loop. We don't need to believe the hype. We don't need to have the walls that we've set up, and now we can be more open to a new spiritual being, a new spiritual rebirth, a new evolutionary time energetically where we raise our vibrational frequencies, beloved. We raise our frequencies and we reach for all of those dreams, all of those aspirations, open ourselves up to these gifts, hear from Source, from the universe, from God. Hear clearly. This is a beautiful, beautiful thinning, absolute thinning, and dare I say ripping of the veil. So the 27th, March 27th, as the moon approaches Venus, we're going to get a little compassion. Feel the self-love. Love yourself. Okay? And know that it's all going to be okay. Yes, it's a different okay. But changing your values is actually what we needed right now, and realizing what is most important, right? Love of self. Don't be in so much judgment. If you don't judge yourself, you're going to be less likely to judge others, and seeing each other and yourself, most importantly, in a very compassionate light. All right, guys, that is what we have for the 27th. Thank you so much for being with me. Please don't forget, like, subscribe, share. Please do that, okay? I thank you so much. Leave me some comments. Until next time, thank you. Live life in spirit. Namaste.